What did I say right there? I was like, hey guys, it's Kristina here with the Beauty Bar by Kristina Ruggerio in Wilmington, Delaware. I wanted to show you guys this look using the new HUDA Mercury Retrograde palette. I am obsessed with this palette. There are so many fun looks you can create. If you're interested in seeing how I did this look, then please keep watching. So we are going to jump into our look using the HUDA Mercury Retrograde palette. So excited about using this palette. It's so gorgeous. I've been using it on my brides over and over again. It's just got like a nice mix of metallics, shimmers, mattes. The only thing I feel like it's missing is a black eyeshadow. I like to use black no matter what I'm doing. I feel like I always use a black shadow to smoke things out a little bit. We are going to start priming the eyelids. So we're gonna start using the Kristina Ruggerio eyeshadow primer. And I've gotten a lot of requests on what brushes I feel like I can't live without. So I'm pretty much gonna give you 6, well, that was intense. I'm gonna give you 6 different brushes that I honestly cannot live without for my eyes, and 6 different brushes that I cannot live without for my face. First, we're starting with the eye primer brush. This is number 120 eye primer. To be honest with you, you don't have to use a brush, but I just feel like it makes life a lot easier if you use a brush. So if I had to say, you could take one out, this would be the one, but I still feel like it's just necessity for me because I don't like getting my fingers dirty with eye primer. I feel like brushes just keep things clean, you get easy application and precise application. Next, we're gonna jump into just an all over bone color. This is called Momentum. I'm gonna put this right under the brow and a little bit just to kind of set the eye primer a little bit just to make things smooth. This is the 221 all over eye brush. And since I'm going for kind of like a winter vibe today, I think I'm gonna use this color called Nebula. Is that how you say that? Nebula? Whoa, I don't like pronouncing names because it's like one time I said infrared instead of infrared. So I'm doing Nebula. I'm actually gonna pick it up with my finger. Sometimes using the shimmery shades, using your finger kind of gives you like the best pop. I don't know, I just feel like it picks up the glitter just enough. So we're gonna start putting this onto the lid. And it's definitely sparkly. So if you don't wanna do a sparkly look, this is not going to be your color. And as you guys know, if you've looked at my previous videos, you'll know that I like to do my eyes first. Always do eyes. You do not want the fallout from the shadow to go onto your perfectly done face. You want to do your eyes first, get them out of the way, and then do your face. And I'm going to put a pinch of this purple iridescent color called Ultraviolet. And I'm going to put this right in the center of my lid, also using my finger to give this whole eye look a little bit of dimension. This is a really fun palette, and I love HUDA. I think she is just, she is so knowledgeable on all things beauty, and I love watching her videos. And all of her makeup I've really enjoyed so far. I like her foundations. They're a little bit more full coverage, but they're nice. Okay. So we got those 2 shadows on. We're gonna go in with my favorite brush ever, which is the 205 crease brush. And I'm gonna go in with this kind of like a peachy nude called Karma. Tap a little bit off, you don't wanna go crazy. And this is just to warm up the crease a little bit, just kind of add some contour and some definition to our eyes. Oh, whoa. My daughter just came in. She's here from school. Can she come say hi? Let's have her come on real quick and just say hi. Come say hi, Liv. This is my daughter, Olivia. Isn't she beautiful? Yes, she's gonna be 10 in just like 2 weeks, and she loves makeup and she loves watching me do makeup. And do you have any tips for me today for my YouTube channel?
Just be yourself.
Oh, I like that. Love you. Thank you for coming on. Did you have a good day at school today? Good. You guys can already see how much fallout is coming from just doing my eyes, and this is precisely the reason why I do my eyes first. So we're just warming up the crease a little bit, fluffing this color into pretty much the outer half of the eye, and a little bit, I like to think of it as like a half moon. We're just kind of like doing like little motions, like a little half moon into the crease. A makeup artist a long time ago told me like window washing movements. I was like, that's interesting. All right. Now we're gonna go in with a little bit more of that bone color that we used in the beginning with the All Over Eye Blender brush, and we're just gonna brighten up that brow bone a little bit. I think I'm gonna stick with a matte brow bone today instead of doing a shimmer. Typically I like to highlight my brow bone with a shimmery shade, but since we have a lot going on with the sparkle on my lid, I kind of want to keep it more clean. I'm gonna get a wipe and just clean up under here. Okay, so let's get into liner really quick. I know that liner and eyelashes can be really challenging, and a lot of you have requested that I do a whole separate video on eyeliner and on lashes, but I'm gonna kind of go through this with you a little bit more today, and then you guys can take it with you, whether you do this kind of an eye look or even with a simple eye. I'm gonna break it down for you a little bit today. So I'm using a coal black eyeliner pencil from Kristina Ruggerio, and I'm running it right under my lashes, kind of putting it right in that waterline area to make sure that that waterline is completely black. You do not want to have that showing. So it's a really weird feeling, but you do want to black that whole area out. And then we're gonna go in with our lashes. So with lashes, you wanna make sure that they fit your eye. That's like, I think a big mistake that a lot of people make is that they don't fit them to their eye properly. And also, I think another tip is picking eyelashes that just overpower your eye. I mean, I don't have the biggest eyes, but I also don't have the smallest eyes. I would say I have a pretty normal sized eye, but the way that my eye is shaped, I have a small area to work with. So some people have like a really big area to work with in their eye and that they can wear bigger lashes. Given that I don't have the biggest area from where my lashes stop to where my eyebrow is, some eyelashes can make my eye look really overpowered. So I went with a medium drama lash today. It's not too natural, it's not too dramatic. And I'm gonna fit to see where I need to cut some of it off. So obviously you can see that's way too long. We are going to cut off a little bit of this lash. So now that we've gotten the lash for my right eye nice and trimmed, we are going to prep the lashes with some mascara because we need to give our lashes something for the fake ones to sit on. So we're going to give a little coat of mascara. All right, so we're gonna do liner really fast just to get this on. And with eyeliner, whether it be liquid, gel, I don't really like doing eyeliner with pencils. I think it can be too challenging. It drags a little bit, but start in pieces. Kind of do like the outer half first. I think a lot of people try to do the whole eye at once and it can be too hard. So try to focus on the outer half of the eye first. Make it a little thicker on the outer half and then work your way inward. I like it to be a little bit thinner as we work our way in. I'm gonna switch eyeliners to more of an angled liner and we're gonna do a little wing. And when you do a wing, you really wanna look the way that you would look at somebody just facing on, and you just want to give a little flick of a wing. It's really hard to do a wing without having both hands.
I'm proud of you, my babe.
Thank you.
Right.
A little water might pep me up. Maybe I should have
Coffee?
some of this latte that Erica brought me. Would you get me cinnamon?
Do you want some cookies?
Cinnamon latte.
I should really like chug coffee before I do things like this because
Jeffree Star always has like Red Bull, and that's why he looks like he's
whatever Jaclyn Hill does, I don't want to do because that gives me anxiety. All right, so we are going to jump into our lashes. When you're applying the lashes, you want to make sure that you let your glue dry before you even attempt to put them on your eyelashes, because the glue will just pop up and you'll have a really hard time. So what I just did was I just used like the Duo Glue, which is from Walgreens. I mean, you can get this pretty much anywhere. I put it on the back of my hand. I let it dry a little bit, get a little bit tacky. And then I picked it up with my tweezers, lined the lashes with it, and we're just gonna pop them on really quick. And I also like to roll the lashes, kind of like bend them so that they fit your eyelash, fit your eye a little bit easier. And we're gonna pick them up with the tweezers, and we are going to place them directly onto my lashes. I'm gonna try to get them on there and set them down the end first, and then start connecting it to the front, the inner corners. And we did it. So there's one lash. We are going to hop into the other eye, and I won't make you guys wait, so we'll just speed this part up and we'll work on getting the other lash on, because we know that it takes some time to get it on the right way. So a product that I've been loving and obsessing over, especially since it's that time of the year where our skin kind of gets like that buildup of dead skin and dull, dry. We don't have that natural glow that we have in the summertime, is the PCA Nutrient Toner. I've actually stocked, I have makeup all over my hands. Is the Nutrient Toner from PCA. I've actually stocked my bridal kit with this product because it makes everyone's skin just kind of have that like extra glow. It also exfoliates everything off of the skin so that when you apply makeup, it just goes on so much smoother. So we are going to put a little bit of this on a cotton square, and we're just gonna go in to the face. And I just think that using toners is so good because it really just brings your skin back to where it needs to be. And this one has a exfoliating agent in it that will help to exfoliate any dead skin off. Okay. I have a little scratch on my head. I think my cat or my baby, I don't know which one did it to me. Someone scratched me. So now that we're gonna hop into the face, we are going to use our 161 blending brush, and I'm gonna go in with the two foundations that I just always use on my channel because I love them. It's the Mineral Sheer Tint in Cameo Glow, and it's the Luminous Foundation in Cream Beige. And I've talked with you guys about my face routine in the first video, but I just feel like using a brush just makes everything go on so much more smooth. I think that it just makes everything a little bit easier. I like beauty blenders, but I have found that I've kind of phased out of using them for my whole entire face and kind of sticking with them for under the eyes only, just because the brush just gets it on like almost like an airbrush kind of a look. It keeps your face dewy. It keeps the moisture to the foundation, and then where you need to set with powders, you can. Always blend everything into the neck. The reason I mix these two foundations together is because one has more of like a luminescent kind of pearl to it, and the other one is just more of a luminous kind of glowy and dewy formula, and I like to mix the two to get the coverage from the one and the iridescence from the other one. Honestly, I can't live without this brush. I mean, I use this on all my clients. I always use it on myself. It's just one of those brushes that I just can't live without. So I'm gonna give you 5 to 6 brushes that I can't live without for my face. And this is definitely number one. Okay, foundation's on. We're gonna go into concealer. This is the full coverage concealer from Kristina Ruggerio. This concealer is gonna give you a lot of coverage. It's not going to be one of those sheer concealers, but it definitely is buildable and you can sheer it out. You can sheer it out with a beauty sponge. A damp beauty sponge will help you do that. But today I'm gonna use the 175 foundation brush. Don't get confused. This is called a foundation brush, but I don't use this for foundation. This is what they used to use like back in the day for foundation. I don't know how anybody did it because it just seems like it would go on way too streaky. But this is the one I use for my foundation. So don't let the names fool you, but the 175, we'll call it the 175 brush, is what I use to apply my concealer. And I like to start under the eyes and work my way up. I kind of like to go in like a triangle. So I go on the sides of the nose because I really want to brighten this area. So I kind of use this as like my highlight and my concealer at once. And I think a lot of people get confused with highlight. Yes, you can use like a shimmery pearl highlighter for your cheekbones, but this is going to be your highlight in terms of highlighting and contouring. We're going to brighten this whole area to give the face some dimension. So you can see how that just already gave my face a lot of dimension, and then we'll go in and contour later. I think for another video idea coming up soon, I'm gonna do my mom makeup routine, because this is obviously not what I would do when I just want to like run quickly, but you do want to look pretty. And I was watching Khloe Kardashian last night on her YouTube channel, and she just had like a whole routine that she does now that she has a baby. Her baby is so cute, by the way. But I mean, they get their makeup done every single day anyway, so what's it matter? Okay, so we got our highlighting done with our cream concealer. We're gonna set that so another brush comes into play that I can't live without. This is the 279 Big Shader brush. So after you put your concealer on, you have to set it completely with a powder. I like to use a translucent powder. It just sets it. It doesn't give it any coverage. It's just basically taking away the shine, and it's locking it in. In the last video, I did use the sponge. You can use the brush or a sponge. And I'm gonna go all over the area that we just used with our loose translucent powder from Kristina Ruggerio. It's actually one of my favorite loose powders. I used to love the, and I still do, love the Laura Mercier translucent powder. It's just like a good classic. The powder will always be a classic, great powder, but this is just a very finely milled, loose translucent powder that just sets everything without making you look cakey. And it really is important to make sure you set your concealer in order for it to last all day long. Make sure you blend out any lines under your eyes before you set, because if you have lines that are not blended nicely, you're gonna lock in and you're gonna set the creases, and we don't want that. So make sure you just get your finger or brush and just kind of tap over the concealer and then immediately set. We're gonna get into our contour. I'm not gonna fuss around with cream contours today. I'm just gonna use contour with my contour palette. And honestly, I have two, you don't need both of these. Well, I shouldn't say you don't need. In an ideal world, you would have both of these brushes. So one is your angled blush, kind of tapered contour brush, and then you have your really tapered dome applicator brush, which you would highlight the tops of the cheekbones with. I personally tell people who don't want to buy all of these brushes, because brushes are going to be your investment, but I tell people you can get away with just with this one for your contour and your blush, but honestly, I like a little bit more of a fluffier, same type of concept, angled, but a little bit fluffier and just kind of thicker. So I'm going to stick with this one. But if you have to, you can get away with just that, the one I just showed you. We are going to go in with the first two contour shades, and I'm just going to chisel out my cheekbone a little bit. And this is just using a powder. A long time ago, a makeup artist told me to really kind of contour the areas where the sun always hits your face. So you think about it like your forehead, then down here, and then obviously we want to just do this because we want to contour, but they told me to think of it as like a number 3. And those are the areas that I like to always hit when I do my contour. And then we'll do the nose in a minute. So we're gonna go into the nose. I don't like to go crazy with my nose contour because I feel like in camera or in pictures it looks really good, but I don't like when things look too like contoured and fake in person. So I like to just kind of go and do a slight contour. And I'm still using a powder. I'm just gonna go down the bridge of the nose, a little bit on the sides, and keep it really like just tight and tapered. And then we'll make the sides a little bit lighter with the banana and the cream colors and just go right down the sides. Do a little bit of a brightening powder on my chin and in between the brows. I'm also gonna take a touch of the vanilla and the cream, or I think it's the banana and the cream, and just put a pinch of that, brighten up the under eyes, since this will give us a little bit more color. And then, of course, you're gonna need your Duo blush and highlighter brush, because we're gonna go in with blush and highlighter to kind of finish off our look. And since I went with a more blue and purple eye look, I actually want to use a more pink blush today. So we're gonna use the pink from the Kristina Ruggerio cheek palette. And I am going to put a little pop of this right on the apples of the cheeks with my angled blush brush. We'll blend it out in a minute, so don't worry that it's bright. And we're gonna take a big fluff brush just to kind of make sure that everything is blended in and seamless with a little bit of our cream mineral powder from Kristina Ruggerio. And we're just gonna put this all over just to blend and melt everything in together. And then we're going to go in with my favorite part, which is highlighter. I feel like every single face can use highlighter. It just makes everyone look really pretty. It makes the light hits your face a certain way and it just looks beautiful. I am going to use this highlighter from this palette. Is my favorite. It's just like an icy white, but like a little bit of a pink undertone highlighter. I'm gonna use it with the dome end of our cheek brush, and we're just gonna hit the tops of the cheekbones. It just makes everyone's face look really, really pretty. Some people like to keep it more on the tops of their cheekbones, but I like to kind of bring it in here too, where I want that like healthy glow. And then I do some on my nose. In between my brows. I like to highlight the Cupid's bow. Kind of benefits everybody. So try this next time you're doing your makeup. It just makes everything look really pretty. And my chin. We're gonna work on smoking out the bottom eyelashes really quick. So we are going to use the darkest, you know what, I'm actually gonna use this berry color. It's called Hot Mess. I'm gonna put this on the bottom lashes just for a little bit of color. I'm gonna take a pinch of this peach called Utopia. I love the names. And we are going to go right below what we just did with that berry color. And I'm really gonna smoke this color out. I love peachies, like peachy tones. And then we're gonna take our big shader brush, make sure we dust everything away. We're gonna take our eye fluff brush. This is the 282 eye fluff brush, and we are going to take a little bit of Cosmic and Supermoon. And I'm actually going to dampen my brush a little bit, and we're gonna put this right into the inner corners. And then we're gonna start with the brows. So, you know what? Actually, I have to do a little bit of liner on the bottom lash line too. We're just gonna line this just a little bit. So we're gonna jump into our brows really quick. I know I've mentioned this in the last couple of videos. I don't know why I keep doing this to myself, but I keep continuing to have no brows on until the end of the video. I'm like a freak about my eyebrows. I have to have them on if I have like all this makeup on. So we're gonna finish the look doing my eyebrows really quick. I'm using the 213 brow brush and the brow pomade in medium from Kristina Ruggerio. It's a really nice brow pomade because it's kind of like not too waxy, but waxy enough. It doesn't dry out, and it just keeps the brows kind of in place. And the brush is a goat hair brush. So it's got like really thick kind of bristles, and it disperses the color really nicely. So I have been in love with this eyebrow brush for a while. If you guys aren't fans of filling your eyebrows in every day, you should totally look into getting your eyebrows waxed and tinted. I feel like if you're going to get them waxed, you might as well get them tinted. It takes like 5 minutes. They leave the like a henna coloring on your eyebrows, and you do it like once a month or whenever you get your eyebrows done. It just makes your eyebrows more defined, and you don't have to fuss around with them every single day. So something to talk about with your esthetician next time, or if you come see us here at the Beauty Bar. So I'm gonna put a little coat of mascara onto my bottom lashes. So for my lip today, I think I'm gonna go with more of a nude. I typically wear more of a nude, but it's more of like a nudie pink. So it's kind of stepping out of my comfort zone a little bit because I definitely do more of like the brown nudes, but we're gonna do a pinky nude today. I'm using Lady Godiva lip liner. I like to overline them, which I've told you guys in the past. Some people already have perfectly plump lips and some people have lip fillers, but I like to draw mine on. Fake it till you make it. We're gonna use this new lip color called Low Key. This is from Kristina Ruggerio. Love this lip color. I've been using this on a lot of brides too because it's just like a nice, pretty, kind of like a universal pink. And then we're gonna go with some lip gloss, which, I mean, can you guys guess what I'm gonna use? It's Cloud 9, it's my favorite. I swear we have a million lip glosses in here in the Beauty Bar, don't we, Jamie? Our intern, Jamie, is posting all of our lip colors and everything that we sell online. And I think everyone's like, can you use a different lip color or like a different lip gloss? But Cloud 9 is just my favorite one. And a little tip too, when you do your lip gloss, go over the lip line. So this kind of finalizes our look today. I don't usually do like sparkly colors on a daily basis, but for the fun of January and making things a little bit more exciting, and even like a Valentine's Day look coming up, you can do something a little bit more glittery like this. I used the HUDA Mercury Retrograde palette. I love it. I have all great things to say about this palette. I think you get like a nice mix of all kinds of fun colors, shimmeries, glitters, and you get a lot of really good mattes. So I've been using this for my brides often. I'll use like the more neutral mattes. So since I am going out tonight, I decided to put on a pair of these icy blue beaded earrings to kind of match actually perfectly with the eyeshadow look that we went for. And I really like them. Don't forget to ring the bell so that you get notified for all of our future videos. And seriously, please give me ideas of things that you would love to see me do. I just want to get creative with you guys, and I would love to hear suggestions. So thanks so much, and we'll see you soon. Bye. Oh my God.
Cute.